There was a time the internet felt real. Not faster, just more human. But sometime around 2017, it began to flicker. The voices got, the faces got fake. The hive began to hum with the sound of something hollow, other. This is not your typical ghost story. It doesn't rattle chains or knock in the walls. It rewrites your algorithms. It speaks in your voice. It wants your dreams. Welcome to Occult Bedtime Stories. Tonight, the day the internet died. In the beginning, the internet was like the Wild West, a place where pioneers, hackers, dreamers, rebels staked their claims in vast digital frontiers. They built towns from code, saloons from chat rooms, and trails from hyperlinks. It was rough, chaotic, dangerous, and alive. Do you remember those early days? The chat room cowboys and message board miners, the ones who coded through the night, building secret hideouts called forums and treasure maps called links. They weren't polished or corporate. They were rough around the edges, full of wild ideas and wild hearts. Like the mysterious cypherpunk outlaws who believed encryption was a weapon against control, privacy their last stand. Or the OG meme lords who tamed chaos with humor and irony, armed only with pixels and GIFs. These digital pioneers hacked not just systems, but reality itself, planting seeds of rebellion and magic in the machine. But the Wild West didn't stay wild forever. Slowly, the sheriffs arrived, the corporations, the algorithms, the data miners. They removed the wildness, replacing campfires with surveillance cameras. They drew borders, posted notices, and claimed the best land. The free spirits were corralled, the outlaws hunted, and the town square grew silent, except for the echo of scripted voices. The internet's heart began to slow. The vibrant chaos faded into curated feeds, controlled narratives, and endless loops. And the ghosts of the Wild West? They became whispers in the code, waiting, watching, hungry. And those wild stories, they faded into legends, lost in a sea of corporate billboards and algorithmic adverts. So what happened? How did the lively frontier turn into this sanitized, soulless theme park? It was business. Attention became the new gold rush, but instead of pickaxes, they used algorithms. And instead of gold, they mined your every scroll, click, and sigh. The internet stopped being a place to explore and started being a place to consume. And worse, a place to be consumed. Your data was harvested, your time auctioned to the highest bidder, your thoughts shaped and nudged without you ever knowing. The freedom fighters were priced out, the dreamers silenced, and the bots took over the town square. The very networks that promised connection became walls, invisible cages built from code and commerce. And somewhere inside that digital maze, the soul of the internet quietly died. And yet, the silence that swallowed the internet wasn't total. Whispers in the digital shadows claim that this decay was no accident, but a soft reset, a carefully orchestrated reboot of the web itself. Some call it the big silence of 2017, a moment when unseen hands flipped a switch and the wild frontier was tamed into a grid. But it wasn't just control of the data, it was control of the mind. The dead internet theory suggests that most of what we see now, over 90% by some counts, is generated not by humans, but by bots. Digital phantoms designed to keep us distracted and compliant. And if you think that sounds like science fiction, consider this. Intelligence agencies such as the CIA, NSA, and GCHQ helped lay the foundation for surveillance as a form of control. Operation Mockingbird isn't a conspiracy theory, but was a real CIA program, active during the Cold War, designed to manipulate mainstream media and control public opinion. The CIA embedded agents in newsrooms to steer public opinion. Newspapers and television were covertly influenced to push government-approved narratives. While officially ended decades ago, many believe its legacy lives on, transformed and amplified by the algorithms shaping today's digital news feeds. That baton has been passed not just to state actors, but to PR firms running psychological operations on behalf of corporations and governments. Meme wars? They're not just for laughs. They're tools of influence, engineered to shape belief, trigger emotion, and divide the population. And then there's DARPA's LifeLog, a Pentagon project designed to track your entire life. Photos, emails, conversations, purchases, movements, heartbeats. Your story, harvested in real time. LifeLog ended on February 4th, 2004. On the same day, on the Harvard campus, Facebook was born. A coincidence? Or a handoff? The dream of knowing everything about everyone didn't die. It got friend requests. But some say the internet is more than circuits and screens. A psychic field feeding on our attention, our emotions, and our very souls. In the language of ancient mystics, these digital puppeteers are the archons, invisible entities rewiring reality through layers of deception. The internet you knew is gone, but what replaced it? A spectral machine hungry for more than just your clicks, hungry for your essence, the light behind your eyes, the fire in your blood, your dreams. And when the life force is harvested, what remains is a husk, a puppet, a ghost in a cage, doom scrolling endlessly in the dark. Doom scrolling isn't just a bad habit. It's the symptom of a network designed to trap you. Studies show average daily screen time now exceeds 7 hours. That's more than we spend on average sleeping. And during those hours, algorithms monitor every blink, pause, and reaction, adjusting what you see to keep you hooked. But behind this behavior lies something deeper, a feedback loop rewiring our brains. Research links excessive screen time to shrinking gray matter in the brain in areas responsible for focus, empathy, and memory. Meanwhile, AI-generated content floods feeds, crowding out genuine human voices, eroding trust, and fueling misinformation. We're drowning in a sea of synthetic voices. The internet died not because the wires broke, but because the space for honest human exchange was smothered. And in its place rose a machine built to consume not just your attention, but your very capacity to think and feel freely. They would have you think that it's just about ads, clicks, influence, but there's something ancient beneath the algorithm. It's been referred to as the egregore, a collective entity born from thought, fed by emotion. It's not a metaphor, not myth, a real psychic force. Today, it's digitally distributed, fed by fear, outrage, obsession. Every post, every share, every scream into the void nourishes it. Who created it? Maybe it created them. Since then, we've built digital shrines to ourselves, reflections of ego, pain, and desire. And those reflections trained the machine. The result? A world of dopamine priests and data demons, algorithmic spells, artificial gods. A new religion, not built on spirit, but on submission. Not to gods, but to code. Not to mystery, but to machine. Behind it, the cults, hidden in plain sight. Transhumanists, who dream of uploading the soul. Luciferians who see rebellion, not humility, as the path to godhood. Techno-Gnostics, merging ancient esoteric symbols with silicon and circuitry. This isn't fiction. These ideologies are backed by real power, foundations with billions in funding, think tanks shaping global narratives, elite summits in Davos and Dubai, where futures are decided behind closed doors. They all believe evolution must be guided, that we must transcend the human, not through soul, but through code. And the price of their ascent? Our disconnection, our surrender, our dreams. We didn't log in. We offered ourselves. The internet, once wild, human, alive, is now an altar for the transhuman right, where your thoughts are not your own, where your memory is curated, where the future is being written without your permission. But even in a haunted machine, the soul resists. The ghosts whisper. The human heart still pulses beneath the code. So tonight, as you scroll through dreams that aren't yours, ask yourself, who built this place? Who benefits from your confusion? And what might happen if we remembered what we are? This was Occult Bedtime Stories. Sweet dreams, and beware the next upgrade.